today.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Going to the air right away, Lawrence. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Lawrence. This one complete to Christian Kirk. For Kirk, there's a peek at the numbers in last week's game. 5 catches, 67 yards.
And the competition gets a little bit tougher here because he's got to go against the #1 ranked defense in the NFL against the pass, the latest incarnation of the no-fly zone.
Motion man left is Kirk. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Lawrence will throw. A short throw to Ingram. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Now Lawrence. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Texans scoop it. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Following the fumble recovery, Stroud. That one complete. It's Tank Dell. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And Stroud now to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Texans are the perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 24-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there going to take this to about the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Stroud looking to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Eluding the pressure right. Oh, a Cardinal sin there, thrown back over the middle, and it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, really a fantastic play, not only to pick that off, but he had to run a long way, Charles, in the direction to hit pay dirt. He did it, and they've got the first lead.
And that certainly changes the early tone of this game, doesn't it, partner? One moment, they were going to be in early control. Now they just have a few moments to clear their heads and get back out there against an electrified defense.
Fair catch called for and taken back near the goal line. So that'll come out to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top two teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
First and 10, it's Stroud. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Schultz. On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run with Etienne. He's got daylight. Now he's free at the 35. And they will finally get him to the ground at the Texans' 14-yard line. A big gain there on 3rd and 2. 54 yards on the ground. On first down, right back to Etienne. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Etienne once more. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. Here's Lawrence to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down. The red challenge flag making an appearance. Doug Peterson. So Doug Peterson successful there on the challenge, throwing out the flag. A good call. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
2nd and 10. Here's Stroud. And got his man complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. And that one results in 35 yards. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action. Stroud now. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Man in motion left. That's Collins. 2nd and 10. Stroud to throw yet again here. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And his kick here is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number 1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Lawrence going to throw again. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. Now Lawrence on 1st down. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence. Over the middle, complete. That's Jones. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Here comes third and the length of the football. Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Jaguars are going to have a first and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Lawrence. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Now Lawrence to throw on 2nd down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Calvin Ridley from 4 yards out. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Point after, right down the middle, and that makes it a 21-10 game. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's Calvin Ridley who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The Texans with the football here late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it. Down by 2 scores. On 1st down, here's Stroud. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Stroud. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he quickly clocks it, and they're going to have a good shot at getting 3 here before the break. In motion right, that's Dell. Final play of the half, Stroud. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So we have reached, well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the 2nd half. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken, so they'll begin this 3rd quarter from their 25-yard line. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this 3rd quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Stroud sets up the play action. He's got it to Collins, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Stroud off the play fake. Out to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They're going option play on third down. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. 3 yards on the keeper, and it's fourth down. Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. And his kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. And let's get the ball back for us.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. We've got a close game. Offense has played well, but right now they've got to keep their foot on the gas.
And that carries with it an extra bit of pressure, doesn't it? As much fun as they're having right now, they're locked in, really clicking on all cylinders. They also know that if they ever miss a chance to put points on the board, they've actually put their team in jeopardy. And that's not how you want to play the game. It's supposed to be complementary football, offense, defense. But today, it's all offense for them.
Yeah, they've been playing with a sense of urgency. It's probably going to need to continue. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Here's Logan Cook now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot, there he goes left side. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Devin Singletary with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans have cut the lead back down to 2. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
They'll give it to the fullback up the middle. And he will bull his way in there for the 2 points. Nothing fancy there on that 2-point try. Give it to the big boy, let him go to work.
That almost felt like sandlot football that we used to play, didn't it? Biggest guy on your team who can carry the ball, hand it to him and let him rumble.
Nobody picked me on the sandlot football team.
You were quarterback, and I know better.
I was the water boy. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. And now out come the Jags. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Love his pocket awareness, able to slip out of the sack. But once you take your eyes off the receivers, once your eyes come down and you see the rush, hard to get back downfield and find an open target. Fortunate, that one just wound up as an incomplete pass.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And one more time, here's Kirk. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second down and a yard. A give, running right, Etienne. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, Lawrence. Caught by Jones. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On third down, here's Etienne. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to break our fourth quarter tie. And this one is right down the middle. And they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the fourth quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
We'll let this go deep for Collins. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So Pat. Interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
Throwing on first down, Singletary. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
And if you're thinking field goal from here, it's 48 yards. I think they'd like to get him a little help now on third down and move it closer. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Stroud working out of the gun. And that nearly intercepted. Oh, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's second down. Now this is going to be a quarterback draw. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. He'll get 9 yards on the keeper there, but it's still going to leave him with a 3rd and 1.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with a draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
Well, you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field, and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass him with a running play.
He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Well, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got the 2-minute warning to come up? Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
This is 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Lawrence gets this quickly to Ingram. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Lawrence, now this is ETN on the draw. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Back to throw. Lawrence able to hook up here with Ridley. Work to do here with a crowd at fever pitch. 3rd and 9. Able to find Jones. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's Lawrence. Looking downfield for Jones. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing now, Lawrence. He'll get this off to ETN. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. ETN up the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 2nd down, 8 yards to go. Another tote for ETN. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Well, the noise got to be an issue now offensively. Here's 3rd and 6. Now a handoff to Bigsby. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. Well, listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, and other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This to almost certainly win the football game. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now, one final throw here is incomplete, and that is